Ghee.
Yes, see.
I'm exhausted.
I am too.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I mean,
Disappointed.
could you have
delusional?
Could you, well, you aren't alone on that boat. I'm sure. I am sure. Could
Week 5 have been any better or worse?
What?
Depending on which side you were
Depending on
sitting
which
on.
side you were on. The worst, I cannot. Before, let's
calm
before.
down.
Let's be calm.
Let's start our show out right.
Yes.
Good morning.
This is Saturday or good evening or good night. Depends on when you watch this. For the record, it is not morning where we are, but that's okay too. First things first off. First things. Mike Gundy got fired from Oklahoma State.
Another one bit the dust?
Another one bit the dust.
Oh my God.
He was there 20 years. You know, I should have looked up his record. 20 years. And you know what?
Mike Gundy was coach for
Oklahoma State.
Thank you.
State. We always, well, not always, as of late, especially with the expansion, the last, over 2 years ago, the Big 12 has become a straight up slugfest. Like, I feel like, and I think I said this last week, SEC, there's like the top SEC, and then there's the bottom SEC, and then there's the wild card sometimes, or even if they're at the bottom, they'll play you crazy. I feel like the talent in the Big 12 is so even.
You never know who's going to be at the top.
You never know. And so, I mean, I think the Wolves started before this expansion, but
last year was a slugfest.
Yeah,
you never knew who was going to be champion until the weekend.
No, but I mean, I think Gundy's woes at Oklahoma State, started before that. So, I think Oklahoma State had a bye this week. I don't think they played. If I'm not crazy, Oklahoma State. Mm-hmm. But I think they're like 1-4.
Well, and maybe that's why he got fired.
You can't just start it like that. So
not in today's day, not in today's football.
Keeping in the old great state of. Now why would they start their card? God. You know what? We got to get a real studio. We got to get a real. I mean, so disrespectful. We should shut our front door. Anyways,
where's our technical director?
Staying in the great state of Oklahoma, quarterback for Oklahoma, John Mateer, broke his hand. So John Mateer playing lights out. He transferred from Washington State with the new offensive coordinator at Oklahoma. They were starting to talk Heisman, and he broke his hand.
There you go. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Okay, I don't know if he didn't die, but he is out indefinitely, which is scary because at first they said a month. Oklahoma also had a bye week. So we don't know who the backup is, and we don't know what the backup looks like. So that is going to create a shift, if you ask me, because Oklahoma is ranked top 10, number 5. So yeah.
Oh, that's right.
What kind of situation do we have?
We'll find out next week.
Backups are showing up though, so we'll talk about that later.
Before we move on, you said Mike Gundy.
Yes.
Fired.
Yes.
Wasn't there another coach that bit the dust just this morning?
Well, yes, but I was getting to that.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Moving right along.
So since you jumped, it just came out. We had already talked about, look what happened this week. And then right this morning you say, is that another coach? And I say, yes, it is Sam Pittman from Arkansas. He got fired today after Arkansas took a brutal loss yesterday to Notre Dame, which, I mean, what would you expect? But his overall record is, where'd you get that?
Don't question my wardrobe taste.
Is
that your first question?
I'm calling Amazon. I'm calling them. I'm telling them no more deliveries. What in the heck?
Hey, I wanted to go to the window. That was the only one I could find yesterday.
Where'd you get all these? Okay.
Moving right along. So Sam Pittman was
his overall record was 32-34.
Oh, that tells you
That's just not gonna cut it. They're in the SEC.
Oh, that tells you right there.
That's just not gonna cut it.
SEC is not acceptable.
Yeah. And so I like Sam Pittman though. I thought he was a good coach, and he's always seemed like he was on those sidelines, tough and present. But yeah, fired.
And I don't think that will be the last coach you see bite the dust. I'm just telling y'all, get ready for some more.
What do you know?
After watching some of those games yesterday,
hold tight.
Hold tight.
One last thing that happened this weekend. I don't know if you caught the headlines, but Syracuse got fined by the ACC for faking injuries last week's game against Clemson.
No.
So I don't remember.
Not Fran Brown.
Not Franny Brown resorted to, hey.
To cheating?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what my humble tell me. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm telling you, whatever it takes.
But I guess it was on the last drive Clemson had two of them went down.
Oh, that was suspicious
you
right
make
there.
It obvious. Like, one could go down and you could pretend it's cramps or whatever, so that's stealing the momentum. But what do we always say? Fine them. No, you shouldn't do that. We understand that they kind of curved that. They changed the rules.
Yeah.
If you go down after the ball is set, you lose the touchdown, right?
Yep.
And I understand all that. However, if you're Clemson, you are a newer on the road, but you're supposed to be the better team. Why did it come to that?
It shouldn't have come to that.
Why did it come to that?
Never have come to that.
Wait, were they ever on the road?
I can't remember.
Don't worry about it. I can't remember yesterday. I'm not going back to last week. But anyway, that was the headlines, and I feel like I should put up a warning. I'm gonna try to be better at the graphics. I don't know if you watched our show two weeks ago. I did the graphics. They were awful.
Well, that's okay.
The timing was all off. I'm gonna get better though. But warning, I don't know if I can contain myself today.
Please try. After yesterday,
I feel very passionate.
Okay, here we go.
About some things, and I'm gonna try my best to keep it professional.
Now, everybody saw those games yesterday. I don't know how professional we're gonna be able to keep it.
Well, let's just get right to it.
Let's just go and rip the Band-Aid off.
I don't even know if this is a Band-Aid.
We were expecting
this. This is like a tourniquet.
Yeah. Stop the bleeding!
There was a tourniquet. Because
we couldn't stop the bleeding.
Either that or, maybe it was 1,000 Band-Aids because it was 1,000 cuts.
Oh, God.
1,000 cuts. And I'm going to start with, first cut is the deepest. Oregon number 6 at number 3, Penn State, night game for the infamous whiteout. Sold out crowd. I think they said 100,000 people. Most of them wearing white. There was a little corner of green all the way in the nosebleeds. And it was intense. Now, I'll take you back to 2019. And I'll take you back your previous technical advisor on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Reminded me of a clip that had been going around social media this week. 2019, Michigan in Penn State for the whiteout game. Michigan had to call a timeout before the first snap because it was so loud.
That's how loud it is. They say that's one. There's another one, too. I thought they said it was loud.
We'll talk about that one.
This is the loudest stadium.
When they do that night whiteout, because they do whiteout a few times. In the NCC, that's Big Ten, yeah. In the NCAA,
I done made up my own.
I like it. Hey, why not? Why not?
NCAA.
Okay, so let's get to it. The game at halftime is 3-3.
That was defense. That was all. They said the game was kind of boring. Let me tell you about a boring.
Who said it was boring?
That was on college final. Let me tell you about boring. Boring is when a team comes out and says, "You ain't scoring on me." And everybody wants the excitement. Everybody wants the 30 to 50 to nothing game. Sometimes a game is not about the score.
Now, I can sometimes agree. Sometimes when it's that slugfest with the defense, I can sometimes kind of snooze. But I don't think it was just that.
It was.
I thought that you seen those offenses going against those great defenses, and you saw the brain churning. You saw them trying new things. You saw them trying. Now, let's also talk about, we should take it back. Now, a lot of times when we talk about football and we talk about these, quote-unquote, let's say dynasties,
right?
Some of these legacy football programs that are just, you say the name and people know it, right?
Absolutely.
When it comes to college football. And a lot of them, there's a lot of difference, right? when we say Alabama, it means something now than it did 3 years ago when Nick Saban was still the coach, right?
Right.
And so, but when you say Penn State, you know the coach James Franklin,
right? And
you say, well, what are the tools and weapons he has this year that he didn't have last year, good or bad? Same with Oregon, right? Same coach. So let's start with Penn. Penn State has the same head coach, James Franklin. Cannot win big games. Cannot beat Ohio State. Cannot beat Michigan. Cannot beat top 10 teams. Cannot win big games. What is he missing? What does he need? Now, his quarterback came back. Drew Allen was a quarterback last year when Penn State made it to the college playoffs.
Yes, they
did. And he came back. That's huge. A lot of good quarterbacks did not come back, and everybody had to adjust programs, right?
Right.
Drew Allen comes back. Drew Allen's not a small quarterback.
Drew Allen.
He's big.
Yes, he is.
He can run.
He's got it all. He's the whole package.
He's the whole package. What do the TP, as RuPaul would say? The total package.
Total package.
He got a new weapon. James Franklin and that Penn State team got a new weapon in the trader, Jim Knowles, who came over from Ohio State, defensive coordinator. And we know what Ohio State... We know what Ohio State... I know Benedict Arnold gets a bad rap. I don't know if you know his whole story.
I will go back and look it up.
They wasn't paying him, and they was shady to him. I think it's. I'm not gonna go into it. It's not a history podcast, but show. But Google. Actually, I recommend the Dollop. It is a history podcast, and they did a show, an episode on Benedict Arnold,
you know what?
And it's informative. They do a lot of informative
Mr. Knoll,
shows. But that's where we were. Jim Knowles goes over to come over from Ohio State in the Big Ten, which he could have left the Big Ten if he had to leave. And we all know what Ohio State's defense is. Great.
Enemy.
Hello. So, you say, this is a game changer. What does Oregon have? Oregon still has Dan Lanning. And I don't like Dan Lanning, but I like Dan Lanning. You know what I mean?
Oregon has a young team. That's all I can say. You had David in Oregon versus Goliath in Penn State.
When it comes to
seniority and experience, they had sophomore, freshman, sophomore. They had a few seniors in there. They
had a good, but Penn State,
no, junior, freshman. No freshman, not one junior.
They might have had a redshirt sophomore or two. No redshirt freshman, no freshman.
This was an experienced team.
Yes.
Ready to play.
Yes.
A young Oregon that lost what? 9 of their best players to the NFL. All to the NFL.
7 or 9, yes. All 9. To the NFL. So, okay, Dan Lanning's not looking good. He's got the minus, right? You've lost all these players to the NFL. You've got this young quarterback who was at Oregon, and then he went to UCLA, played 5 games, and then came back and sat under Dylan Gabriel last year.
Don't know who Dante Moore was either.
Well, you didn't know who Dante Moore was.
No, that's another question.
But he's also small.
He is.
He's small.
He wasn't a big guy.
I was worried that he could not take a hit. I think he did at the end there in the overtime.
A couple hits.
But he kept sliding. And if you remember a few weeks ago, one of the announcers talked about how they don't teach quarterbacks to slide anymore in college.
I did
they do not teach them to slide anymore because you need to go ahead. You lose a yard or two, which we seen him use that yard.
He too early.
He spun. No, he spun.
Yeah.
He said, why did he spin?
Yes.
Okay. So with all that setting the stage, and I know I'm talking too long, but I'm trying to remain calm.
Go for it.
Oregon misses a 47-yard field goal after Penn State had made a 49-yard field goal.
I know.
And 49-yard field goal. And you thought, could this be it? Could this be James Franklin's day? Could he beat a ranked opponent in Oregon? Now, mind you, Oregon came over from the Pac-12.
Yes,
and he already couldn't beat Ohio State. He couldn't beat Michigan. He does not want to be the fourth little brother because Oregon came over with Big Ten play, if you ask me. I think they're one of the best acquisitions in that whole merger, right? As far as competition.
Yes. And second half, it was like Oregon looked like they had the momentum.
Yeah.
They were rolling.
Yes.
They were up 17.
Scored the first touchdown.
Yeah. Scored the first touchdown.
Yeah.
Up 17.
Finally, right?
And then it was
what was the score?
It was 17.
17-3. You're absolutely right.
It was 10-3. Then it was it was 17-3.
They went up.
They went, and then they scored. Penn State scored later on. It was 17-10.
Yes.
Now we've seen the shift.
Yes.
Now here comes the shift.
We said, oh, God. We counted it. We thought Franklin had it. We counted him out. Offense woke up.
Offense woke up. Drew Aller got hot.
Yep.
My God. They battled them from the 20-yard line of Penn State all the way to the 20-yard line of Oregon. And with 30 seconds left.
30 seconds.
In that game.
Yes.
Penn State ties it 17-17.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds was all Dan had to hold them.
Drew Aller throws a 7-yard pass to Devontae Ross. And, of course, the kick is good. And we're going into overtime.
And that's where I lost it. Folks, I'm not a young person.
Oh, speaking of, happy birthday! You know what else is on your birthday?
I should have known.
It's our anniversary for the show.
Well, think of that.
We aired our first show 2 years. I think it's been 2 years.
Has it been that long?
It was a year.
Oh,
it might
God.
be 3. No, it's 2 years.
Oh,
yes. Okay, sorry. We should have got some.
Yes, we should.
All right, graphic.
But anywho, we go in overtime. And I say to Kelly, I cannot take another overtime. Folks, let me tell you. From Friday, oh dear, we hope that's not good. From Friday to Saturday, last game, there were 6 overtimes. And 6. I told her, I didn't watch all 6 of them, thank God. I said, I can't take another
6 overtime.
This game was, like you already say, instant classic.
Well, we go into overtime. Oregon wins the coin toss, so they want to go on defense first. And Penn State gets the ball. Penn State gets the touchdown. It's 24-17. Oregon gets a chance to get the ball. Everybody gets the ball in overtime. Oregon gets the ball. They get a touchdown. Okay, so now what? We in double overtime. Right? So it has to flip. So Oregon has to go first. Right? Oregon goes first. They get a 25-yard pass to Gary Bryant Jr. They go, they get the touchdown. Well, in the second overtime, you have to go for the 2-point conversion.
Yes.
They go for 2, they miss it. They don't get 2. Right? Penn State actually ends up intercepting it on the 2-point conversion.
I believe they did.
Yes. And so then Penn State gets the ball. And all game, this has been such a clean game. There were no interceptions during regular. Come down, and Drew Aller throws an interception.
And it wasn't like he threw it or bobbled or anything. I mean, this guy got maybe 6. He jumped like, a couple feet off the ground to grab that ball because he was trying to throw over his head to his receiver,
yes,
who was behind him.
Yes.
So he was throwing over his head to get to that receiver,
and the pressure.
And that guy went straight up and got it. That was not an easy interception. And it was game over. Game over.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Oregon's in the red zone? The kid is running. He breaks. It looks like he breaks the tackle, comes out, and then fumbles it, and Penn State gets it.
That's why I was confused. I went, where's he going? He was down. They start to play again on it. Kelly, he was down. I'm not a referee.
Nope.
There are 3 of you guys.
Yeah. There's more than 3 of them, but
where were you? Where was your antenna?
So they review it and they see that his knee grazes the freaking grass.
You're down.
Thank goodness for Oregon.
You're
right?
Down.
Right?
Yeah,
that was huge. But why did you pop out anyway?
Well, if you're down, you're down.
Just go down. You're in the red zone. It was like, what, second or third? It was like a first or second down. Calm down.
And I won't say we, because I know the fans have seen it. When you are surrounded like that with so many players on you, just go down. Why does some continue to struggle, and guess what happens? While you're struggling, somebody punches the ball out, boom.
And there you go.
Go down.
They got lucky.
Hey, what have I told you quarterbacks?
Oh, well, you had to.
Don't do a wild throw. Everybody's coming at you, and all of a sudden you just throw the ball away. Interception. But anyway, folks, we digress. What a game.
So the game ends with the Mighty Ducks on top, 30-24. And once again,
James Franklin
cannot win big games.
I should have took that screen up like you did.
He's like 4-21.
against Big Ten opponents. No, top 10 opponents.
Ranked opponents.
Ranked top 10 opponents.
Yeah.
He's 4 and what was it?
I think it's 21 now.
And 2 and 19 in the.
Yeah.
I should have wrote it down, but we don't like to write anything down. But you can always go on. You can always go on Google.
What do you mean you don't like to write everything down?
You can always go on Google it. But the point was, why can't you beat the big teams when it is necessary? Now, we did watch a little bit of the press conference, and they gave the usual spiel.
Oh, we watched
execution. We didn't do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Over 15 seasons against ranked teams, he's 16-36. Against top 10 teams, AP top 10 teams, he's 4-21.
There you go.
Mind you, his overall record is 104-43, which is incredible. It's incredible.
Need I say more?
No, you may not. No, you need not. And while we are in repeating patterns, let's let the hits keep coming.
And the hits kept coming.
Talking about people who can't get over a hump. Number 17, Alabama goes to number 5, Georgia.
Okay. Now let me time out. And Ghee is calling a timeout.
She doesn't even have any timeouts. She doesn't know it though. No, go ahead.
She's holding her teeth.
Yes, please go.
Please be calm. Do not throw Kirby under the bus.
Don't mess this up for me.
We're going into OT. We're going into OT.
Okay. We're going to say this. Kirby Smart, before yesterday, Kirby Smart is 1-6 against Alabama. A lot of them are big stage games. Understand that, right? So you're not going against a unranked Alabama and a good Georgia. SEC championships, national championship titles. Georgia, before yesterday, had a 33-game winning streak at home between the hedges. And I said before the game, yeah, he's 1-6, but that's the Nick Saban era. That's the Nick Saban era. You know, Nick has his number. It's like that sometimes. It's a nemesis. Kirby Smart, this Georgia team, they have it down pat. What I should have known yesterday, before putting them on my betting slip.
Oh, Vegas in the house.
Is he lost to them last year.
With Kalen
DeBoer.
No Nick Saban.
We're going to get into it.
No.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Alabama goes up 14-0.
Stop. Bring it down.
They go up 14-0. What is Georgia? When I say Georgia, what do you think about?
Georgia. Championship. Dynasty.
Back-to-back championship.
Defense.
Where was it? There was no defense. So then I said, come on. I said, Georgia got to get it together. Georgia is a legit team. And what do? 3 plays, 75 yards, 1 minute and 13 seconds, Georgia touchdown.
And I fall back on my old saying, hey, Georgia will come back in the second half. They're a second half team.
Now, unlike Clemson, Georgia is a legit second half team. We've seen it. We've seen it when they play Tennessee. Thank you. We've seen it, and we know Kirby Smart is a great coach. Kirby Smart and that Georgia team, come on, right? Second half comes. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Alabama didn't score in the second half.
Not a field goal.
It was 24-17 at halftime. No, 24-7 at halftime.
At half, it was 24-14, I believe.
Don't tell me that. I think you're right.
24-14. They scored 2 quick touchdowns within a couple of minutes. I thought it was 24-14.
I think you're right. Because all I'm seeing in my head is one Georgia touchdown in the third quarter, and nobody scored in the fourth quarter. You're absolutely right. It goes into halftime, 24-14. And
I thought, here comes Kirby. Kirby's coming back. Okay. It's over.
Yes. Now, Bama gets this touchdown right before the half, and they get the ball after the half. Wait, no, they get a touchdown. Yes, right before the half, and they get the ball back in the half. And I say that's okay. That's okay, because Kirby going to stop them, and they're going to do it. And they stopped them. And
that's defense came in.
Defense came out second half. Where was offense?
They were still in the locker room.
Still in it. damn locker room. How?
Gunnar Stockton is a great quarterback, too. Not taking anything away from him. I mean, that boy, between throwing and running and being chased all over the field, Gunnar Stockton did everything but, kick a field goal to tie it.
I have to say this. I have lost respect for Kirby Smart. I know he's great. I understand. Love the press conference. He knows.
He did. He took blame.
Damn it! How do you not beat this Alabama team? Now let's go to Alabama. Let's go to Alabama. Now this was, what did they say? Famish or feast? Feast or famine? They needed this win.
Now let me just interject this real quick. I don't know who Alabama is. Last week you're playing like crap. The next week you lose to Florida State. The next thing I know, oh, look at you. You're beating Georgia. Who are you going to be next week? I have no clue. And I believe, who does Alabama play next week?
They play Vandy.
And Vandy played a dang good game yesterday.
Yeah. So
we're going to see.
We're going to see. But that Alabama team was the Alabama team I thought that I was going to come back on Florida State. Nope. That is the Alabama team I'm used to. Kelly DeBauer is a good coach.
I just don't know
coach.
Who's coming out next week?
Alabama played their best game, and
that's the best game I've seen this year.
Georgia played one of their worst games, and I just don't understand it. I thought the line was crazy. Why are they? What do you mean Georgia -2.5? Are you out of your mind? Did you see Alabama lose to Florida State with Tommy Castellanos? I did. There's no way, but there was a way, wasn't there? And let's move on to disappointment number 3.
Oh, God.
Disappointment number 3.
No, let's... Here we go.
Number 4 LSU is at number 13 over
and the hits just keep on coming.
And the drama this week.
Oh, the
right?
drama.
Lane Kiffin's daughter is dating one of the defensive linemen. One of the weeks. There's 3 weeks.
So I don't know
on LSU. She's the one that starts, I think. I don't know. I don't care.
Where's she dating all 3? Who knows?
Listen, I'm no expert. He had a few plays that made me question. Maybe question. Had a big penalty play.
LSU?
Maybe question. No, week specifically.
Oh.
Week specifically.
I think he was trying
all this social media drama this week. I said, no, LSU has great defense. Lane Kiffin's an offensive guy. They are going to be able to beat LSU. Why are they giving Ole Miss the advantage to -1.5? Okay, I'll take LSU plus 3.5. I'll take them. Well, did I mention that Ole Miss is playing with a backup quarterback?
And I said to myself, who the heck is Trinidad Chambliss? I had to Google him. I didn't know who he was.
Oh, you know Trinidad from Fair State?
Oh, from my dang Division II school. Transferred to Ole Miss behind quarterback Austin Simmons, who went down a couple weeks ago against Kentucky with a bad ankle.
Yep.
So this kid comes in. I've never seen him. I don't even know who he is. I'm thinking, what the?
He did great last week.
That's what they said.
But they did. He finished that Kentucky game too. That was a tight one. We watched the end of that one.
That was a tight one.
Yeah.
But this kid comes in.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I think half the nation didn't know who he was. But he comes in, and this guy says, hey, who's afraid of the big Brian Kelly? Threw a game that was awesome to the max. I'm thinking, is this Ole Miss against Brian Kelly's LSU? But was that LSU?
Thank you. I'm glad you said that. I said, is LSU good? Like, no, for real. Like,
why are you number 4?
The big win over Clemson. I said, oh, wow. They looked good. They were in Clemson's Death Valley. And I said, okay, this is what I'm talking about. But now Clemson is flailing.
Clemson is out of the top 25.
Clemson is flailing. You beat Clemson by 7. You barely beat, I say your offense barely beat Florida last week or 2 weeks ago. And now you come into Ole Miss and you look awful. Garrett Nussmeier looks terrible. He is not winning the Heisman.
I guess they said, for the son of a coach, this guy throws up a lot of balls.
They exactly said that. That's exactly what they said.
And I went, you didn't look that way. You look good. And that's let me slow down.
He looked good. Obviously, we should have.
And
I'm sorry, you go.
Like, no, because
I'm crazy. I'm going crazy.
We cannot describe these games. It was like a couple of weeks ago when we were speechless that some of these teams failed.
I can describe the game. 2 thumbs down, LSU. 2 thumbs down. That's how I describe the game.
Number 4, LSU bit the dust, 24-19. Or I should say 19-24. But I tell Kay all the time, they number 4. Rankings don't mean a thing. They're just a number. It's how you play.
Well, obviously it doesn't matter. What about this possession? Ole Miss has the ball. Pass interference, touchdown.
No. It was like, let's help you make a touchdown.
Yeah, let me
How
just
can
give
we
you,
help you.
Just give you the
game. Let me give another.
Let me just give you the game.
Oh my God! It was like in the press conference he brought out. They had 4 penalties on defense in just 1 drive. Ole Miss has the ball. You get 4 penalties. You move them down the field. They didn't move down the field. LSU, you helped them. No, here we go again. Back to you. Back to you, Kelly.
Back to you in the studio. I can't. I just can't. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Well,
I will say this. No, I will say this.
Okay.
Ole Miss, like I said, Trinidad Chambliss, great backup quarterback. I think they like we talked about. I alluded to earlier. He played amazing. Like I said, he played amazing last week. This kid came on a big stage. They didn't know if he could do it. Fair State, for 2 seasons, he played in front of a total, in 2 seasons, total, as a starting quarterback, a total of like 59,000 people. Last night, in Ole Miss, it was 61,000 people.
Sellout.
Right? Like, he met the moment.
Didn't break a sweat.
And you would think a veteran quarterback like Garrett Nussmeier would have done the same.
Would have chewed him
well,
up.
at least did the same. LSU looked awful. They looked awful.
God. Well, as Brian
he got hit by his own nuts bust.
As Brian Kelly pointed out in the press conference, they're not complimenting each other. If offense is playing good, defense is playing bad. If defense is playing good, offense is playing bad. He said, we got to get together on the same page.
Yeah.
And I asked him, well, why aren't they on the same page? Not quite like that, but it's between the coaching and coaching. That's why they pay you the money they pay you. The players are going to do what you ask them to do. If you say, it's execution, who's calling the plays? If they're not executing right, where's the coach? That's on him. And Brian, I know I take full responsibility. Yes, you
did. He say that?
He said, I take the responsibility.
I didn't hear him say that, but
you might not have.
All 3 press conferences. George Kirby. Kirby Smart. Who is George Kirby? Kirby Smart, James Franklin, and Brian Kelly's press conferences that we watched. They all came out there, and I didn't say they all take responsibility. Don't put words in my mouth, because I do not remember Brian Kelly saying he takes responsibility. And I don't remember James Franklin directly saying he takes responsibility.
He said that's on
my point is, they all come out here, and they all say the same damn thing, and it's like, no, I'm tired of it.
We got to get better.
But not even just like, we said it last week. No. Why can't you beat ranked opponents? Who are you? Guess what the common denominator is, Penn State? Brian Kelly. You have been on a rocky footing for a while now.
True.
You left Notre Dame. Am I crazy? Notre Dame.
No.
He was coaching Notre Dame.
You are correct.
You go to Notre Dame, you go to LSU, you go to the SEC, and you're supposed to be winning championships. When have they even been in a conversation for championships under Brian Kelly?
I don't remember any.
I love Brian Kelly. He cannot get them to the finish line.
Not if he is in SEC.
Well, they fired him at Notre Dame for a reason. He didn't leave. He got fired. Did he leave? Okay, now I'm making up stories. It don't matter. Piss me off. Now, I will give Kirby Smart a pass. Kirby has a track record at Georgia that is undeniable.
So
I will give him a pass, but I got to ask you, Kirby, and I don't care you say it's our story, it's not your story. Why can't you beat Alabama? Why can't you beat Alabama? Not Nick Saban. Why can't you beat Alabama? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
You know what? All I can say is the same thing you said. Y'all gotta get better. Because
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Next week is week 6. We're heading for, what do I say? We near that halfway season mark. Y'all better put your big boy pants on, because it's not going to get any easier. And they did say that no team is going to come out of here unscathed.
I'm tired of that. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm tired of that.
No, I do believe it.
I'm of two. Let me go my 2 minds, because I always got 2.
You got 2 minds.
My one mind is I'm tired of that bull excuse. Oh, nobody's going to come out unscathed. Well, that's not true. Last year, Oregon came out unscathed. They went into the playoffs undefeated. Now, yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Take that back.
Yes, they did.
They certainly did.
Yes, they did. Now, I, too, was tired of you had to go 13-0. I was tired of it, too, because I feel like this is college. It's a lot of pressure. I feel like everybody has a bad day. So I was kind of over that narrative. But I don't want to hear that, oh, well, the way college is now, everybody's going to come out unscathed. Well, guess the F what? That means you need to step your P word up, as RuPaul would say. Because this is not you just beating up on little Rutgers in Maryland every year.
Every week. This is true. And Kirby did bring out, one point I would give to Kirby. He said, this is a new era of football. And it is. And I agree.
That's what we just said, the same excuse.
We said the same excuse. It is. And unfortunately, you have to live with it.
It's not unfortunate. This is great.
This is
great for this is great. Exactly. This is great for college football. I know the expansions are weird. I feel weird about them too. I hate the whole no more Pac-12 and now it's gonna be a Pac-8. I get that part too. But at the same time, I love the new competitiveness of it. And I mean, I'm a person who I want my team to win all the time. But that's just not. It's not good for the sport. So I love this whole mix-up. I almost wish that we could see more of a mix-up. Like, I love to see Ohio State play Georgia, right? I love to see Oregon play Georgia. I love to see Penn State play Alabama, right? But we don't even take it that far. We're talking Big Ten. We're talking SEC. We're talking in-conference play.
And that's tough enough.
Okay, I'm done. I do want to say one more thing. I know I just dogged out little LSU's defense with the PI touchdown, but he was right. They weren't complimentary. LSU's defense that first half was on that field for 50 plays. Offense was on the field for 25 plays. Same as Oregon's little defense, it seems like, was puttering, and I'm not saying that Oregon did the same thing. That defense gets tired. And I know we want to say, oh, well, offense gets tired too. Defense is everyone's active on every play.
Yeah.
O-line's active on every play. Everybody on the offense ain't active on every play.
No.
And I feel like you got to give them credit because LSU's defense specifically, I don't care about anybody else, LSU's defense specifically, they were out there, they showed up, and the offense couldn't get it done for them. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Well, guess what? That was the big 3. It's only Big Me. Quoting Kendrick. But there was a lot of shenanigans. And if you knew how many times I wanted to cuss today, and I held it back. I know.
We called the timeout. We got it together. We don't want no unsportsmanlike conduct.
I have enough to go around, I guess is my point. I got a little rapid fire for you.
Oh, God. Here we go.
First game first. Number 7 Florida State goes to Virginia and loses. Talk to me.
Number 8. 2 overtimes.
Were they number 8 or were they number 7?
No, that's a good question.
They were number 7.
Oh, number 7. You are correct.
I'm always right.
I forgot. No, I had number 8, Florida State.
Okay, maybe you're right.
I think you are. 8. But anyway, let me tell you this.
Why did I write 7? They were number 8. I am not always right. Look at that.
2 overtimes.
Really quick.
Unranked Virginia
Now, we know you when you go on the road. It's always hard. This was their first road game, right? Florida State's first road game. Yes. Why does that always do that? Today is not the day. We need to fire somebody. Speaking of firing people, we need to fire whoever sets this place up. Let me tell you what. This was their first road test, and they failed. And you know I love me some Tommy Castellano. Love it. 2 turnovers on both sides of the ball in the first half. What the hell was that about?
I know, that's what
nobody could protect the ball.
2 turnovers. I said, well, that's not good. You're not right. Never mind. Lord, that was Friday. I should have known with that game right there that was not going to be a good Saturday.
It was an omen.
It was an omen.
Why you didn't tell me?
Omen.
I'm so tired of these big name games. Another one I gotta throw shade at. I got another one I gotta throw shade at.
Don't mean a thing. Just a number.
Auburn goes to Texas A&M. Number 9 Texas A&M. Is that right? Number 9.
Texas A&M. I believe so. I didn't write those guys down.
College Station. The house that Johnny Manziel built is named the 12th man. It is the toughest place to play college football. Texas A&M going against an unranked Auburn. I said, my God, poor little Auburn, it's going to be tough. I said Texas A&M is going to cover the spread. What was the spread?
Vegas in the house.
Let me give you the spread.
I don't want the spread.
I know you like
to
know. I know you like to know.
Score
6.5. They gave them 6.5 points.
They covered, didn't they? What, 16-10?
No, because they needed to win by 7. Oh. They won by 6. 10-16. I couldn't believe it. Marshall Rink's a great quarterback. Who's Auburn's quarterback? I don't know. Neither do I. Exactly. What the hell? Oh, and I'm not done.
Oh, there's more.
On the road, number 15 Tennessee goes to Mississippi State. Mississippi State.
Who played Georgia tough into overtime last week.
Well, guess what? They played Mississippi State tough into 2 overtimes. 1 overtime, my bad. 2 overtimes. 1 overtime. Why are you going to overtime? You're Tennessee. This is what I was talking about.
I guess they liked it.
This is what I was...
They liked it against Georgia. They tried it against them.
If you like it, you should have put it again.
Yep.
This is what I was talking about, and this is why I had hesitation.
Another overtime.
I thought that the quarterback last year, Nico Amalava, was a big part of their success.
Yes,
but then they had this new quarterback come in. They looked good. They played Georgia tough. You cannot take that away from them. And I said, well, it was Georgia. Right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you're going to go on the road. I understand that. Let's not forget that Tennessee was tied. They were tied 17-17 at halftime. Mississippi State went up on them. You didn't even control the game. And then you go to overtime. And I'm sorry. I'm rocking the camera. Frustrated. Mississippi State doesn't score in overtime, and Tennessee comes out barely 41-34.
Escapes a loss. Number 15, Tennessee, against little unranked Mississippi State.
Now, Mississippi State had a big win against Arizona State, and it is crazy to play there. They have the cowbells, baby. They have the cowbells at Mississippi State, but that is no excuse.
Okay, I tell you.
Oh, you want more?
Oh, I got more.
Number 16, Georgia Tech goes to play the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest.
Overtime.
Over freaking time. And though I am pissed at Georgia Tech. Hey, King. Seriously?
Why?
I am pissed at Georgia Tech.
Had to come from behind.
Had to come from behind. But guess who else is the big dummy in that game?
I couldn't understand it.
The Wake Forest coach. They go to overtime. Georgia Tech scores. They get the point after. Wake Forest scores. He goes for 2.
Why? You got the second overtime to go into going for 2 points. How did you go early? Were you trying to throw them off their game? Were you trying to surprise them? Were you trying to say, oh, they didn't expect it?
Well, here's the surprise. You lost.
You missed it.
You could have had a huge home upset, and you lost. And
I ain't for it.
Speaking of shady spreads. Now, you know I love him. Fernando Mendoza, formerly at Cal State, now the quarterback at Indiana. Number 11, Indiana, was at Iowa.
Why are they number 11?
They only won by 5, but let me tell you why. Why are they number 11? This is the Indiana that beat a number 9 Illinois last week, 61-10.
Why was Illinois number 9? I don't know that either.
Why? Well, you must know I got a little bit more to go. Oh, I'm not moving. No. I'm not moving along from this one. I'm not moving along from this one. So, you're up 20-3. There's like, I don't even know, maybe 30 seconds left in the game, something stupid, right? I'm sorry, let me go back. With 1:28 left, Indiana throws a 49-yard pass to get the touchdown, and you go up 20-3. Mm-hmm. You stop Iowa. Yeah. You get the ball back. Yeah. Now, Ghee, you doing the math. You're like, there can't be that much time left on the clock.
There can't be that much time left on the clock.
No, there isn't. With no time, with the clock running down. Let me go back. With the clock running down.
Yeah.
The quarterback for Indiana has the ball. He drops back 40 yards. Iowa gets a safety, blows up the spread. Are you serious? Why would you drop back 40 yards? Shady. Vegas made the call. He needs to be investigated, and I love him. I love him like a play.
There will be an investigation on this game.
He needs to be investigated. The spread was 6.5. You were up. 20 to what did even the game of freaking end at?
20-15. Indiana won by 5 points.
20-15. So minus the 2. 20-13. That's 7.
Yeah. There you go. You do it.
Listen, I ain't no snitch, but that's wild. That's wild to me. All you do is drop back 10 yards and fall. Oh, I'm hot. And I got one more.
Oh, there's another one?
I got a little bit left. Number 21, USC. And USC, let me talk to you for a second.
Oh, boy.
You all we have on the West Coast, right?
No, not all.
You all we have. Who do we have? UCLA? UCLA?
Are they 0-4?
They on 0-12 watch. USC, you are all we have on the West Coast.
We got the California Bears.
They won. They pulled an upset out on the road, but guess who couldn't? USC against number 23 Illinois. Who does anyone know who Illinois is?
Yes, we're in the Big Ten.
No, do you know who Illinois is? They lost 61-10 last week, and then they come out and they battle USC.
It's been a long week. It was a long Saturday.
That's what. I got a long foot to put up somebody. Because what in the hell are y'all doing, Lincoln Riley?
Lincoln Riley is a good coach.
It's a great coach.
I do not know what he is doing. We should have watched his press conference.
You know what? I was tempted. They lose 34-32. 34-32.
Last minute field goal.
All defense had to do was hold them out of field goal range.
Hold them.
That's it. They came back. They got the touchdown. They got the 2-point conversion. Hold them. USC is another team that was a part of the, what do they call it, expansion into the Big Ten. And I was excited. I always said Lincoln Riley came from the Big Ten, but he didn't. He came from the Big 12. Well, when Oklahoma was in the Big 12, and now Oklahoma's in the SEC, but that's not here nor there. I thought they could play complementary football with the Big Ten. Okay. But as you see, USC still has that old Pac-12 offense. There's no defense. If your defense would have stopped them, you would have won the game.
Not in the Big Ten, not without offense. You can rely on it for a while. But if you ain't got the defense to hold the other team, offense ain't gonna do crap.
I'm done talking.
Thank God. So
I'm not. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Oh, I do.
Because we watched a lot of football. We watched a lot of big pieces. We watched a lot of little pieces. A lot of broken pieces. We watched a lot of football. We Uncle Mike'd it. We had the 2 TVs out. We Uncle Mike'd it.
I give an honorable mention to Colorado, who played number 25 BYU and played them tough. This was my first chance of observing BYU.
Same.
because I didn't know exactly who they were, and they were 3-0. I went, wow. And a freshman quarterback also,
Bachmeier.
Bachmeier.
Yeah. Well, remind you. BYU was one of those Big 12 teams last year that was in the whole mix in the contention.
They were really
good. They were really good.
You first, I'm first, you first, I'm first.
Yeah.
BYU came out, they're a new team also, Kelly. Not a new team. I mean, they got a lot of...
They lost their quarterback. Restoff went to Tulane.
But
shout out to the Green Wave.
Hey, shout out to both teams. And Colorado, another shout out to them for only losing by 3 points. Because we came in, it was up like 14-0.
Yeah.
And
they went up
BYU
early.
came back in the second half and won the game. But
Colorado's one of those teams that's so frustrating you see them, and when they play in great, you're like, oh my God,
they look good.
But there's like a missing piece, right?
They just one little thing.
And they're young too. I mean, it was a big turnover for them. We talked about it before.
Right,
they lost a lot of talent in the NFL, but that's a good shout out. I got a good shout out too. Arizona State defeats number 24 TCU at TCU. At Arizona State, they were at Arizona State. I'm sorry, y'all. I was really bullish on because Arizona State came in the season ranked, and then they dropped out after the loss to Mississippi State. But I said, this Arizona State team is not a slouch team. I don't count them out, y'all. I think they're going to win. Their coach is super energetic. The team is great. Yeah. And Arizona State was the bright spot for Friday. And so they ended up winning 27-24. Close. But they won and they pulled it out.
Close, no cigar.
I got one more honorable mention, and I know everybody's going to probably be like, there's no mention that's honorable in that. But UCLA.
No, God, no.
UCLA covered the spread.
No,
they covered the spread. UCLA travels to Northwestern, and nobody had any hope. They fired their coach. Now, I'm going to ask you this, though.
What?
UCLA clawed back. They only lost 14-17. 3 points.
Okay, I'll give them that.
And I didn't get to watch, but I heard there was a lot of plays, and Nikolava was getting sacked left and right. You can look it up, or I can tell you later. I don't care. But did they fire the coach too soon? Because you're not going to salvage this season.
No.
Why not just
hang on to him until the end?
Yeah, and save $5 million. Hang on to December 2nd. Save $5 million.
It couldn't have gotten any worse.
Or maybe it could have. It couldn't have gotten any worse. That's the whole point about it. That's my point. Is like, why did you fire him so soon?
Now it's worse.
You're not going to win this season. I mean, you're not going to salvage this season with an interim coach. It made no sense. Why not just let him go through?
At least you had somebody that they could depend on. That would have been the point. Now you bring in new people. Everybody starts shaking everything up, and it was a mess.
It was a mess. It's a mess. But I do want to give UCLA a little kudos. They thought they were going to beat them by like 6.5 or something, and little UCLA hung in there. And I can't say that much. Yeah, they play Penn State at home next week. And,
God, it's not going to be pretty.
Not going to be pretty. Speaking of next week, what are you looking forward to? Week 6. I mean, do we still want to watch football? Do we still want to do the show?
Look at week 6.
Do we still want to do the show?
I was trying to get over week 5.
Oh my God, we're going crazy. We're almost still an hour today.
Oh Lord, we didn't mean to be.
Oh gosh.
Oh, why don't you go first? I
like that. Okay, I'll go first, and I'll go with an obvious one.
Go with an obvious.
I'll go with an obvious one. I'm gonna go with number 10 Texas at Florida in the swamp. I'm really excited to see it. This is Texas's second road game. First one, of course, being against the Ohio State and them losing. Archer supposedly got this confidence built up from beating these little teams, especially last week. And they had week before. They had a bye week this week. And I want to see Florida is battered and bruised.
Yeah, they are.
But will they be able to scrape up enough fight to expose this Texas team that does not have it all together, despite what everybody says?
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to number 10 Texas at Florida.
Okay, I'll go with an obvious one too, and you and I, maybe not. I always say, because you said no little team is a little team.
Yeah.
Because don't even say that.
Yeah.
I'm going with number 16 Vandy.
Okay.
Against Alabama.
Now, when I wrote this, the rankings weren't out when I wrote this down.
Yeah.
And so it was the number 18 Vandy versus number 17 Alabama.
Number 10 Alabama.
And so now Alabama's 10.
Yes.
And Vandy is
16.
Okay, so instead of a neck and neck, it's a little bit bigger gap.
Which
guess what? It's deserving of Alabama. That is one that was on my list as well. That was a big, obvious one.
Yep.
And Vandy is, I think you called them, or did you call, it was Vandy. I think you called them the Giant Killer.
Yeah. Remember last year? They beat Alabama, if I recall.
Yes, I think you're right.
And so we got a rematch.
So we have a rematch. I have another. Maybe my Texas one wasn't obvious because Florida is not ranked. But I have another obvious ranked one. Okay?
Go ahead.
Number 2, Miami is going to, number 2 at the time, Miami is going to, what's Miami at now? Let me give you
18, baby. They dropped like a stone.
No, Miami.
Oh, Miami?
No, Miami
Who was playing?
Miami was number 2. They are now number...
Oh, Miami is now number 3.
Okay, because Oregon moved up after the Penn State win. Okay, so number 3 Miami is going to Florida State, who has dropped from number 8 to what?
18. Wow, how the mighty have fallen.
That's a bigger gap. That's a bigger gap.
Big.
But was the road loss? Was it an Arizona State situation? Was it a fluke? They only lost. It was very close. Did we say it was overtime? I don't remember, even though we said it 5 minutes ago. They're at home.
Yep.
And Miami, though I think this Miami team is very good, there have been spots. That win over Florida wasn't as big as that score alluded to. We watched that game. It was very blah in the middle.
Rankings don't mean a thing. They're just a number. So it's how you play.
That's one I want to watch. What else you got?
Well, you know what? I'm looking this over really. We're kind of like, you know. You was talking about California, and I said, okay, here comes Duke. Now, Duke won big yesterday, too.
When you say I was talking about California, you mean I was talking about Cal State.
Cal State.
Cal State, Golden Bears, I see you.
So now you're playing Duke. They're unranked, both of them. But
could be good.
Could be good.
I'm not mad at that one.
You know, everybody, we look over some of these teams because they're not ranked. We shouldn't do that.
I don't look over them. You look over them. Don't say
I
me.
might say that.
You are not friends.
I'm not saying that no more.
I got another little fun one for you, and I know this is a lot. And I'm hoping with everything that goes on next week because there are some really good big matchups. Because I'm not even shaking the stick at Ohio State playing Minnesota.
No, I'm not either.
Minnesota just had a win over Rutgers. It was a tough little fight, but it's Big Ten play, right? We get into conference play. But I'm hoping we can get a sneak peek into this one. I don't know what time they come on. Clemson is at North Carolina.
Oh,
Sweeney against Bill Belichick. And I just think that is just, I mean, I don't know.
I got my sock ready. I'm going to throw it out there on the field.
Clemson, pull your flag out of your sock. Clemson on the decline. Still, everybody knows Clemson's name.
They had a bye week.
Bill Belichick Clemson, who took 3 people from the portal. Bill Belichick has 70 new players. And half from the portal, right? Half from recruiting. And so I don't know. I just want to see this. These are big name coaches. Bill, not so much in college, more so in pros. But I don't know. I wrote it down.
Hey,
I wrote it down. I don't know.
I like that. And we're getting fun ones because
the big ones
have been disappointed. They made me angry, like you said. So, we know what? We're not going to depend on you guys anymore. We're going to move right on to the little batter teams. Because this is the way it's looking. They're better. But I got another little fun one for you.
Okay.
I got number 11.
Okay.
Texas Tech at Houston.
Ooh.
Now, remember, I told you guys we had 6 overtimes. Houston, on Friday, was one of those overtimes. I forgot who they played, but they went into overtime, and they won it. So, now I'm thinking, Texas Tech? Y'all 11, show me what you got. You got Houston, who's not a sham.
And both Big 12. Am I crazy?
Big 12. I don't know. We'll find out.
They went to overtime against Oregon State, which is funny because Oregon State is the other team in the FBS that has no wins. They're 0-5. But I was proud. I was proud of little Oregon State. Okay. Oregon State was at home. They was battling. I was proud of them. They really tried, but I like that. I like that game too. Texas is like a home game for both of them, and they're both Big 12.
We could be off our rocker, but hey, we was off our rocker this week too.
I mean, we're not off our rocker. I'm gonna tell you some people who is off their damn rocker. It ain't us. All right.
Okay. We've ranted and raved enough.
Yes.
We've got it out of our system.
Yes.
Week 5 is gone.
Week 5 is done.
It's done. It's over.
We all have to move on.
Move it.
You and me too. We have to let it go, and we have to move on.
I guarantee you, next week I'm gonna get better.
You guarantee?
Well, that's what Brian Kelly says every week. We gotta get better.
All right, we'll see. Well, I'm Kelly like the color.
I'm Ghee like the butter.
And this is Saturday Hangover. Like, subscribe, or unsubscribe. I don't know. We're crazy. It's me. It's my mom. It's football. And, you know, a lot of Prosecco.
Arrivederci.